How to be a good Filipino. You know that your traits and values are important indicators of being a Filipino. We, the citizen, are the first leader of this democratic republic country. We are the roots of our leaders. In the other words, we are the ones who choose the people who will lead our government. Our leaders and government officials originate from our votes. Thus, for our country to improve, progress must begin with us. We have to be responsible citizens to achieve personal and national development. So without further ado, here are the 5 things we can do to become responsible Filipino. The first one is be an active Filipino citizen. A good Filipino citizen is aware to current events and participate in government programs that aim for the country's progression and development. Like what I said a while ago, government, our leaders, and government officials originate from our votes. By simply exercising your right to vote, you also become an active citizen. When it comes to voting, the rich and the poor have unequal voting rights. Every Filipino citizen of legal age have a chance in choosing the right leaders for the Philippines who are genuine in helping in caring for the Filipino. And the second one is study the Philippine history. We need to study Philippine history because the road of the Philippine history is long and bloody, and by learning and fully understanding the events of the Philippine history, you will be learn so much as to why it's so important for you to love your country. With your life, extend and help to your fellow Filipinos in need, recognize abuse of political power. And third one is support local products. When you go other country, don't honor you support their product like like what your like what you support your product, your country. When you buy local products, you do not support local manufacturers and businessmen, but you also help strengthen the local economy. How is this so? There will be more demand of local products, thus local businesses will be in needed for more employees, which is open new job opportunities. The business owners will also invest within the country and are less like to live supporting our local products, also display and creativity, innovativeness, and resourcefulness. And number 4, speak the Filipino language. We need to speak our language because the history of the Filipino language was as long and hard as the Philippine history. Jose Rizal highlighted the importance of speaking a national language as a way of displaying the love for one's country. Speaking Filipino also serves as unique identifier of being a Filipino. It has been dedicated long debate whether to use Filipino as the instructional language in school and translate textbooks into Filipino. However, this is still not strictly imposed. So we need to value our language. And number 5, brother, do not spread fake news and be democratic engaging with dissent. This period in the history of the Philippines has seen how the internet has spawned tons of possibilities for people both good and bad. For instance, it's easier for Filipino working abroad to communicate with their loved ones left in the Philippines through the internet. Despite this, the internet has also made the spread through the internet of fake news very common. Likewise, the internet has also made use engine in intense argument without people across the globe about our political position. For example, it is a part of being a good Filipino to understand and verify what you read online, especially in social media, before actually believing in it and spreading it like wildfire. It also the responsibility of Filipino to recognize disagreement in political views, be tolerant, and argue intelligently without having to resort into name-calling people. That's why that's why that's the five common to be how being a good Filipino citizen. Filipino markers. What makes us truly relish in our being a Filipino? There are four examples of Filipino markers, like proverbs or salawikain. Filipino proverbs, just like any other proverbs, are saying that convey lessons and reflection on Filipino practices, beliefs, and traditions. They mania Eugene regard as the mother of Philippine folklore classified proverbs into 6 categories, like proverbs expressing a general attitude toward life and law that government life. Ethical proverbs recommending certain virtues and academing certain vice. Proverbs expressing a system of values. Proverbs expressing general truths and observation about life and human nature. Humorous proverbs and miscellaneous proverbs. An example of a Filipino proverbs is saying, kung may tiyaga, may nilaga. That's the example, which means the hard work will be rewarded if one's persistent. And number 2, superstition. Filipinos also subscribe to their own set of superstition passed down from generation to generation. Some of those may be influenced by beliefs from other culture, but Filipino have retold those superstition according to their own experiences, and they sometimes end up even more interesting. According to a Filipino superstition, a human singing while cooking will end up a spinster, or parents remind their daughters to avoid singing while preparing their meals. Filipinos also avoid taking picture in trees, are the one in the center is said to die according to another superstition. Number 3. Myths and legends. Due to the Philippines' rich culture and history, numerous myths and legends have sprung about things that are beyond one's imagination. Those stories are aimed to explain the origin of things, at the same time teach a valuable lesson. Some of those stories stem in pre-Christianity period, but have evolved to the stories we know today. A famous Filipino legend is about the origin of the pineapple fruit. It is about a history of young and lazy girl named Pina, who always asked where her mother kept the things she needed without looking for them. First, when Pina's mother got tired of being asked where she hid her things, her mother wished that eyes be planted on Pina's face so she would start using them. To her mother, surprise the next morning, Pina was gone, and fruit sprung in the yard, implanted with eyes all around its body, which was later called pinya, the Filipino term of pineapple. And number 4, heroes and icons, like the athletics and the singer. Hero serves as a reminder of true patriotism and nationalism, as they have sacrificed their lives for the sake of their country, freedom, and progress. Every year, we lend a world day to celebrate our heroes, usually the last Monday of August, to remember their greatness, bravery, and resilience that has led to the freedom we know today. Famous Filipino icons such as Lea Salonga and Manny Pacquiao, and our very own national hero Jose Rizal also serves as important Filipino markers, as they have made the Filipino name more pronounced worldwide. through their own experience or expertise.